Hey, what's up, guys? Xenon Great here. Today we're talking about Laseer. Laseer. I see the 10x and I really want Hex, but I think I want Laseer more now. After seeing what he does, you better be ready for this. Boom. Deals 600% AoE damage to enemies in range and inflicts anti-healing on them. Anti-healing being unable to recover HP. And that's for 10 seconds. That is huge for gear rate 1, 19, 20, 21. Zealous doesn't even come close to this. He has a manuscript slash artifact that you need to put on him for him to even prevent 35%, some number of HP from being recovered. Laseer comes out, no HP is being recovered. But let's continue. Basic attack and Ominous Sandstorm applies sand erosion on the target, stacking up to 3 times. This basically will do damage over time. It's a dot. His basic attack up to 5 enemies, which is pretty good. Every 5 seconds inflicts snow. Every 5 seconds inflicts slow on adjacent enemies based on their sand erosion stacks. Based on their sand erosion stacks, he will inflict slow on the enemies. And you can see the higher the stacks, the slower the enemies are. Lastly, we got Undead Erosion. When an enemy with 3 stacks of sand erosion dies within the basic attack range, grants another nearby enemy 2 stacks of sand erosion. So this sand erosion defect will bounce between enemies basically when one dies, which is great because then he can slow them down even more, and then he can also do more damage to them. Taking a look at his awakenings, Awaken 1 deals 15% extra damage to targets with anti-healing. I'm curious to know, I think his AoE damage is a single time hit. So I'm curious to know if the anti-healing will occur prior and then he attacks, which it kind of looks like it does. If you look, he applies that anti-healing and then they die. So he might get a 10% boost or 15% boost to his ultimate. Second, attack plus 300. Coming down to his Awakening 3, when he uses his ultimate skill, it'll actually enhance also this Undead Erosion skill that bounces the sand erosion between enemies, that dot. And so basically within 10 seconds of the ultimate being used, the trigger effect for this skill that bounces the effect, it drops from 5 seconds to 1 second. So he'll basically immediately be able to bounce, or I say bounce, but it's more so move the effect from a dead enemy to an alive enemy immediately because it's 1 second. And it affects up to 2 enemies, so it may only be towards 2 enemies. So if he kills 2, then 2 more receive the sand erosion stacks. All damage plus 8%, like that. Enhanced erosion domain inflicts immobilize on enemies with 3 stacks of sand erosion. So basically, rather than going to 75%, it's a complete immobilize when they have 3 stacks of sand erosion. So not only is he a crazy good damage dealer, he's also good crowd control. He's going to be great. And if you need a Gear Raid 1 team, where is it? Oh, I was about to say, if you need a Gear Raid 1 team, he's your guy for sure. And also, people say Gold Raid and Experience because he probably slows and also just the AoE damage in general. Looking at his stats, attack above 4,000, we'd like to see that. HP, pretty decent too. He'll be able to survive, especially in Gear Raid 1 with those little guys that have the red AoE damage. If we're looking at gear sets for him, of course, classic 2-piece set, Warlord. Now for the 3-piece set, Ageless Wrath works. Infernal Roar, I'd be stuck between Infernal Roar and Soulbound Arcana. I think Soulbound Arcana though, just because the 10% bonus, and that'll come very useful in Gear Raid 1, but also the basic attack damage. Though when you're using him, you'll likely be taking advantage of that ultimate in Gear Raid 1 when you're ready to launch your barrage of attacks. But yeah, guys, let me know if you guys pull him, and let me know what you think about him. I'd love to hear it. I think that I actually want him more than Hex. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.